How's it? Your boy, Lottery Ticket. LotteryTicket.winner. At tickets_lottery on Twitter. Coming to you live Friday, September 11th, 2020. So we get this video to you around this time every day. Got a free pick winner here in just a second. Video pick winner. Two of them, actually. One in the NHL, one in the MLB. Tell you what's going on, neck of the woods. So, the very first thing I want to do is to. Today's the 19th anniversary of the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks that happened in New York City, in Washington, D.C. And even though America's going through a rough time right now in many ways, with coronavirus, with relations, with internal conflicts, etc., etc. America is still a great country, and we are blessed to be living in the best country that there is. So 11 seconds of silence for all the victims, for all the members, for all the family members that lost a loved one on that fateful day. 11 seconds of silence starting right now. Okay, so a couple busy days for me. Number one, yesterday I went to lunch with my mom, so I wasn't able to do a video play like I typically do. But you saw that video play on Twitter if you follow me at tickets_lottery. Houston, Kansas City under 54, and thank God we got that 54 instead of 53.5 because we at least got our money back. Keeps us unbeaten in video plays since our resumption. 4-0-1. We'll try and make it 6-0-1 as we got 2 video plays for you today. So stick around for that. WNBA, it is an experimental sport. You don't see it on my official spreadsheet, but we have stunk in the WNBA lately, and I apologize for that. We were as high as 2,000. Now we're at plus 6,000. Oh, 600. I'm sorry. Plus 600. And we got a 6-unit that I really like today. First 6-unit play of the year between Atlanta, Connecticut at 7 p.m. Hop over to Twitter at tickets_lottery if you want to get a play on that. It's on the total between the Dream and the Sun, and you'll see my analysis on that, okay? So that's the very first thing. Houston, Kansas City, push on the total on the video play yesterday that was on Twitter. That's very important. That shows you. And I talked about this last night on Twitter. Cannot stress about linemen getting the best line you possibly can, because a lot of times in the NFL, it's the spread and to a less degree total is separated by a half point. You can have a winning season or a losing season, winning plays, losing plays on a half point or less. Okay, so that's very important. If you want to hop on a play, make sure who the public's on. Okay, if a public's on a side of total, you want to wait. You want to get on it, and if they're not, you're fading the public. You want to hop on. Oh, you want to wait because you're going to get a better number. So it is. You're going to have to fade. You're going to have to trend lightly the first few weeks. NFL and especially college, because college is going to be so unpredictable this year. I will have a video play. I did not forget. I had to help my dad last night too. He's going to Vegas for a few days, so I had to pack for him. And I also got my AC fixed this morning. Got a brand new unit in. My place is Arctic cold now. It's like 69 in there. It's nice. So I'm really happy, even though I got up at 6 a.m. and went to bed at 2:30. How many hours of sleep is that? It ain't enough. It ain't enough of sleep, okay? But I do it because I love this, okay? So, all of that out of mind. the first of 2 video plays. Okay. I like the New York Islanders and Tampa Bay to go over 5 goals. Now, I understand this is juiced up to the over at around minus 130 in a lot of books. But a couple reasons here. Number one, you got the New York Islanders coming off 2 straight losses. And they only scored 3 goals in those 2 games. So what happens when the Islanders have 2 subpar offensive performances? Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Thank you. When the Islanders have 2 subpar offensive performances like they did against the Flyers and the Panthers and the Capitals, they scored 5 goals in the Game 4 against Florida. That was the 8-unit winner for the Islanders. Okay, I was on there. 4 goals against the Capitals. That was another 4-0 Islanders winner. And 4 goals against the Flyers after games 5 and 6 of heartbreak in overtime. So I do think you're going to see the same thing here. I think you're going to see the Islanders get 2 or 3 goals. By the way, this is the best opportunity that the Islanders have to win this series. To win this game, to get a game in the series. In Tampa Bay, Colum suspended for a hit in Game 2, and Points questionable with an injury. So they're missing that defensive depth, especially with Colum being out. That's a major blow. Lightning's defense, 2-1. They'll do for a letdown. They'll fire it up. They want to play for those 2 players. Islanders want to play for their season. Get all that combined. I do like Islanders and Lightning to go over the posted total of 5 goals. Your other video play for you, San Francisco in baseball, I like under 9. Number 1, this is an underrated pitching matchup. Johnny Cueto, who still does very well in his games, okay, especially the last 3 or 4. Arizona, Angels, I understand those are not good teams, but it doesn't have to be a good team for him to do well. He did well against Dodgers earlier in the season at home. And I like him here. And another thing, Richards is a much better pitcher than his record suggests. 2-2 with a 4.5 ERA, but he shut the A's down on Sunday at home, which is very tough. Very tough to get the A's to 2 or fewer runs. He managed to do that. I think he'll ride that train. He's at home. He understands that field rather well. This is his bounce back year, second year of a 2-year contract he signed. So he wants to impress not only Padres but potentially other teams to sign him for a longer term contract when it comes up in this winter. San Diego, these 2 teams combined for 7 last night, and I think you're going to see a similar style. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants would keep it within 1 run, 2 runs, maybe win the game outright. The Giants have been sneaky good the last few days, last few nights as well. Combine that, you have 2 decent pitchers, a division rivalry, and the wind's blowing in to Petco Park instead of blowing out like they typically do, like the under 9 between these 2 teams. Now, for your leans in NBA, keep an eye on Denver Clippers under 217. You got a couple under refs that do very well to be under. This is Denver's win-or-go-home game. They lose, they're out. And Denver, you saw with Utah games 6 and 7, especially game 7, they locked down. Clippers do not want another game with this team. They want to rest. They want to beat the Lakers to get some rest. And I think you're going to see that here. Both teams are dedicated to this game being as slow as possible because that's what benefits both of them. So I do like this under 217. One other lean for you. I like Seattle on the money line tonight. Seattle's coming off a 10-1 loss to San Francisco on Wednesday night. So they have a day to rest. And Arizona came off somewhat fluky 5-2 win on the Dodgers last night. Had the Dodgers on the run line. Dustin May got hurt in the first inning. Otherwise, I think the Dodgers would have covered the run line. But that's neither here nor there. I think the Diamondbacks will have a major letdown. Seattle has a bounce back. Smith for Arizona is 0-0. So he hasn't had a lot of experience, especially this year. I think Seattle gets to him. And I do think Seattle does have a better bullpen, more dedication. So I do like Seattle to get it done over Arizona. Real quickly, some thoughts here. Tampa Bay, New York Islanders, like I said, if you want to grab an Islanders during the game, tonight's the night to do so. Denver Clippers, I'd take the Clippers, but I think eight's gonna be one of those magic numbers. I think it's gonna be very close to it. So no lean there. Baltimore Yankees game 1, lean over. I think Cobb and Cole will both give up shots. This has historically been an over series, so even more, over 6.5 there. Philadelphia Miami game 1, I like Philly. Nola. Philly's blew a lead. What else is new with Phil bullpen? But I do like Philly to get it done game 1. And this game to go under. Rodgers is a better pitcher than most people realize. Mets Toronto. I like the under here. I realize the wind's blowing out. And the Mets bullpen's mediocre. But I think DeGrom and Anderson will both go at least 6 innings. I do think you're going to see the Mets rather dominant this game. And I think you're going to see a suppression of runs today. Boston Tampa, lean Tampa Bay run line. They lost 3 straight. Snails the ace, obviously. He's on a bounce back because he lost his last outing to Miami. Lost 3 straight. You don't want to lose 4 straight. You don't want Toronto and the Yankees to get back in the division. You want to continue suppressing them. So lean the ways of run line bell. Baltimore Yankees game 2, also lean the over. I don't think either team's going to stop the other team evil game. So lean over in both of those games. Atlanta, Washington, don't lean. These teams are up and down like 2 people in bed. Cleveland, Minnesota, this game is most likely not going to be played tonight because of a big rain mass that's supposed to come in. But if they do get it in, I do like the under between Beaver and Mayetta. I know it's at 7, but I don't see a team getting more than 3 runs on either one of these pitchers. So lean the under there. Detroit White Sox, lean White Sox run line tonight. Gerardo's a stud for the White Sox, coming off a split to the Pirates. White Sox have had Detroit's number the last season-ish, even last year. So I think that'll continue. So lean the White Sox fail. Chicago, Milwaukee, lean Milwaukee. Woodruff's on the mound. He does pretty well at home, and he does well against the Cubs, believe it or not. So I do like the Brewers and the under there. Also, nice fade. The trending dog is Applebaum. Talked about in the Cubs-Brewers game early on his podcast. Philadelphia, Miami game 2. Nothing really. I don't like picking doubleheaders. You never know the motivation on these teams, so I'm passing on that. Cincinnati, St. Louis. I do like the under. The wind is blowing in to Busch Stadium, and you do have 2 quality pitchers. Castillo, 1-5, much better pitcher than his record suggests, and Wainwright's been a stud this year, much like his 2011-2012 self. So do lean the under there. Oakland, Texas, lean Oakland, the money line, even though it's steep, minus 170. It's either that or pass for me. Angels, Rockies, lean the Angels, actually. I know it's weird to say, but I do think the Angels have a better hitting lineup. I think this team is slightly better. I think Griffin Kenning's slightly better than Yaman Marquez. He pitched well against the Dodgers on Sunday. I think he's due for a letdown. So lean the Angels there at a pretty good price, plus 120. Real quick, WNBA. Chicago, Dallas lean under in that game, under 170. Chicago's coming off a loss. Dallas needs this game in order to have any shot at the 8th and final seed in the playoffs. So lean the under there. Seattle, Phoenix, lean over. These are two rivals. Phoenix is coming off that just tremendous game against Connecticut in overtime. So I do think their legs are tired. I think they'll give up quite a few points. So will Seattle. Seattle's defense has just not been that good right now. So lean the over there. That is what I have for you guys today. Rather long video, but we got through a lot. Tonight, expect college football, Premier League, MLS. That'll be one video together, Premier League and MLS. And NASCAR Cups tomorrow night. And we want to increase our life of there. So that is what we have for you guys today. Please take a moment to like and subscribe if you like a breakdown of every single game out there. Peace.